I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim that's doing this work in sincerity and truth. And I just want to just put my little 2 cents in to this Charlottesville protest, okay, which ultimately was a false flag, okay, but it's just Edom just setting the stage for the upcoming race war that's about to happen, okay. Now you had it to where you had these white nationalists that were protecting the taking down of a statue that was in the park in Charlottesville, Virginia, of Robert E. Lee, which was a Confederate general, okay, during the Civil War. And these elites set up an opposing opposition to them, okay, which was due Black Lives Matter, and you have a lot of these Edomites that are paid off basically to pose an opposition to this whole matter, okay. And this is a tactic that's been used by Edom in this country throughout the centuries, okay, throughout the centuries, and basically and throughout the whole world, you know, okay. But I want to touch on a tactic that they use, okay, which is very useful as far as being efficient, okay, and it's always worked for them, okay. This tactic is called good cop bad cop, and I just want to read a little bit of this, all right. Good cop bad cop routine is called joint questioning or friend and foe. Is a psychological tactic used in negotiation and interrogation. Good cop, bad cop tactics involve a team of two interrogators who take apparently opposing approaches to the subject. Okay? The interrogators may interview the subject alternately or may confront the subject at the same time. The bad cop takes an aggressive, negative stance towards the subject, making blatant accusations, derogatory comments, threats, and in general, creating empathy between the subject and himself. This sets the stage for the good cop to act sympathetically, appearing supportive and understanding, and in general, showing sympathy for the subject. The good cop will also defend the subject from the bad cop. The subject may feel they can cooperate with the good cop either out of trust or out of fear of the bad cop. Then they may seek protection by the trust the good cop and provide information their interrogators are seeking. Okay, now this is basically a tactic that's been used in law enforcement. Okay, but now you can use this as an analogy between the subject being Israel, okay, which would be the person being interrogated, and the good cop, bad cop being the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, okay, all right. So now you have the bad cop, all right, which is generally overt racism, which is as a racist outwardly. You know, they take an aggressive, negative stance towards the subject. That subject is Jacob, Israel. You know, okay, and this is the tactic that they use, and then you have it to where the good cop tries to act sympathetically, you know, appearing supportive and understanding and showing sympathy. Okay, so that would basically be the Democratic Party. Okay, normally. So now what you would have is and that's what's been always going on in this country, man. This country was built on hatred and racism, you know. But the whole thing that draws Jake's in, is the fact is that our people feel like that we can trust these Edomites, man. As far as getting different government programs, man. You know, because that covert racism, okay, all right, which is basically is racism tactics that are being used, but it's systematically being used, okay, to oppress the people, but it's not being done out in the open, okay, it's being done in secret, as opposed to the outward racism, okay. So we face this on a level of magnificent proportions, man, because it goes deeper than just surface level, okay, all right. This is how they always get their way with Jake. Okay, this is how they always get Jake caught up in snares, man, because we still feel like we can trust this place, Babylon, man. A lot of Jakes feel like they got trust in this place, they got hope in this place, man. You know, but Yahweh Shema Mashai has otherwise, man. You know, you know. But just to show you a reference of this thing, right? When you click down here on reference, right, right, C, declassified CIA human resource exploitation training manual. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that this is just a low base analogy as far as the good cop bad cop interrogating the subject. Okay, this goes on a much higher level though, because this is declassified information from a CIA handbook, training handbook. Okay, so this is how Esau basically runs the world, you know? Okay? But I just want to hit a couple of scriptures, all right? This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words, man. And the main vehicle, man, which they're getting their point across is through their media, man. Is a very powerful tool that they're using. Okay, all right, because they're able to whet their tongue like a sword, man. You know, they speak great words, man. They can put you in a bad light, man. And they always they always put Jake in a bad light, man. They're always able to demonize people, man, through their media, man. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, man. And they do shoot at Jake in secret, man. They do it outwardly, and they do it undercover, man. But the most dangerous is the undercover, man, because it creates what they basically do is that they represent a voice of crying out of injustice on the behalf of Israel. You see, of you natives, Latinos and Native blacks, Negroes, Latinos and Native Americans, man. They create this type of thing to where you feel like you have a voice within these Edomites, man, to help this agenda. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, at the end of the day, it's them just working together, but in opposition. Okay, because they're here to create the same goals. Okay, as far as keeping you oppressed, man. But the whole thing is that our people trust in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact is that you just feel like you have that voice that's crying out for you, man. But Edom playing the good cop using covert racism sets the snares for Jakes to be in a low state in society, man. And that's through housing discrimination. That goes as far as healthcare discrimination, schooling discrimination, and it's a perpetual cycle, man. To keep us on a low base level, man. This thing is deep, right? Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately, saying, "Who shall see them?" And that's basically what they do, man. They lay these snares privately, man. And one snare that's privately that's happening as far as with this Charlottesville violence or protests is that they got this the so-called Black Lives Matter movement tied to this, which is ran by a bunch of lesbians, man, that are paid off, man. And any Jake that's following that, man, is bugged out of their mind, man. But Jake's gonna get all caught up in this, man. Jake's gonna get caught up all in that, man. Verse 5. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them. It says every one of them. And the heart is deep, man. This goes deeper than what you see on the surface, man. This tactic is a very simple tactic, man, and it always works for them, man. It always works for them. This always works for them, man. Jake's gonna get caught up in all this madness, man, with this, man, because this right here will in turn turn into a civil war, and it will turn into a race war, man. because the media is going to have Jake's handprints all over this, man, right in the middle of this, man, you know, and these were most of the Edomites that were out here, opposing the white nationalists, man. You had sprinkles of Jake, man, but they were probably like locals, but you had them try to form some type of Black Lives Matter, and this all was set up because of the weekend that this happened. It just so happened Donald Trump happened to be coming to New York, okay, all right, basically for the first time since he took office, and to reside up in Trump Tower, and this is where they set up all those protests that were happening between that following Monday through Wednesday, man, this past week, you know, and it's all set up by the elites, man, you know, they're starting to turn this thing, man, but it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Awashai, man. This is all by the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Awashai. Let me get Sirach chapter 12 verse 16, right? The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit, you know. And that's what takes Jake. Jake is smitten by Edom's charm, man. You know, that's that serpent, man. You know, it's saying the enemy, man. You know, you know. And then when you read up about this, above this, it says who shall pity a charmer that's bitten by a serpent, man. You know, so now if you get caught up in this, man, through Esau's tactics, man, it's all on you, man. You know, let me read it again. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit, man, which is that snare, man. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, man. You know, and this is what they do, man. You know, right? If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, man. You know, and what's that adversity, man? One major adversity was that earthquake in Haiti. Okay, all right, because who came to the rescue? Who's the first to come down to the rescue, man? They had other agendas, you know, concerning Haiti. You know, they would come there first, man, to see the help, man. When knowing that they are the ones that created this whole that whole earthquake, man, through the harp system, man. You know, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. You know, and that's what he did, man, because he had his own agenda of going up in there, man. You know, he had his own agenda for going up in there, man. You know, because it was said that they have resources in Haiti. Okay, for them to infiltrate into that, man, they had to cause an event. Okay, all right, which Edom is getting very good at. You know what I'm saying? Of causing an event, whether it be tacky or whatever the case, though. But the masses believe on what has happened. You know, the masses believe on it. You know. Verse 18, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance, man. And this is what they do behind closed doors, man. You know, this is exactly what they do behind closed doors, man. You know, hey, man, the Lord got it in for you for you 2/3, man, because you're gonna get caught up on all this madness, man. You're gonna get caught up in all this madness, man, that Esau has set up, man. You know, because you're joining on to these people, man. You're trying to hold this place up, man. You know, this place is not your rest, man. You know, this is not your place of rest, man. You know, this is let me get Psalms chapter. Let's see. Oh, Salakia. Let me get in here. This is Psalms chapter 10. Start at 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, man. This is talk about Esau Edom, man. You know, all right. He's a deceitful being, man. You know, and these tactics as far as drawing Jake to this place, man. Even when you go down to like food pantries, okay, all right. A lot of these food pantries that are around these local cities, these other cities, man, are so-called church based, okay, all right. So our people, man, are getting these defiled foods, man, through these food pantries, man, that are set up through these churches, man, and this is and they worship Caesar Borgia, man, you know, they worship Caesar Borgia, man. They thinking that that's their power that's giving them these defiled foods, man, you know. Verse 8: He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places he doeth murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor, man. And their eyes are always set against Jake, man. Because they know the prophecies, man. They know the end game, man. You know? Alright? And it is to destroy you, man. Okay? Alright? That's their goal, man. But they gotta keep you next to them, man. You know? Okay? They hate you so much is that they have to use this tactic, man. They have to destroy you, and then they have to do it in secret also, man, just to continue for you to keep on loving them, man. And this is why 2/3 of our people still love this damn man, man. You know? Verse 9: He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor, and he draweth him into his net, man. You know? And this man has been very patient, man, on how he can get Jake into a snare, man. You know? This is why they have these secret councils and these think tanks, man. You know? They study Jake immensely, man. You know? Verse 10: He croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones, man. And that's what happens, man. And that's the 2/3, man. Because they're smitten by his charm, man. You know what I'm saying? By he humbles, you know what I'm saying? You know, these government programs, man. You know, that attempt to help the poor, man. You know, that's that voice crying out, man, and on behalf of Jake, man. And they feel like this place is for them, man. You know, that's just why these people still trust in this voting system, man. You know, this is why you have people in 2017, man, to this day, man, that trust in this voting system, man. You see, you know. But this place, like I said, though, this is all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Abashai, man. And a lot of these jakes are gonna get caught up in this, man, and gonna be destroyed, man. You know, and rightfully so, man, because you people ain't right, man. You gotta go, man. You know. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 30, right? And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothe thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rendest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life, man. You know, because you people so badly want to be joined onto this place, man. This place is falling, man. You know, all Jake got to do, man, is come back to Yahweh Bashim Abashai, man, and just let this place just go, man. Stop trying to hold this place up, man. It's set up for Edom to destroy himself, man. You know, just like his strength was always to sit still as far as helping Jake. Yeah, listen. Our strength is to believe on Yahweh Bashim Abashai, man, and just let this place fall, man. They're gonna destroy themselves, man. Okay, you know. But like I said, though, you people wanna trim your ways, man, to seek love, man. You know. Verse 31. For I've heard the voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child, the voice of the daughter of Zion, that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of murderers, man. And that's what's coming for you 2/3, man. You know, this is what's coming for you 2/3, man. This whole thing is a snare unto you people, man. You know why? It's because you're gonna still continue to subscribe to this place, man. You know, all right. The Lord said that, man. He severed us from other people, man. You know, come from among them and be ye separate, man. You know, okay. You know, but this is just a little lesson, man. I hope it was edifying. You know, but two thirds of Jake's gonna get caught up in this, man. You know. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim that's doing this work. It's sincerity and truth. Shalom.